So
let's switch gears.
Yeah, so we're gonna switch gears. Nigga, it's a bit. We've been talking crazy all day.
All day.
It's cool. I like these shows. So we have a quick video that we're gonna show you. That's gonna give you some of the visuals of the Raleigh Film and Arts Festival, and then we're gonna get into some details. And I see you got talking points. You came ready, so we want to make sure you hit your talking points. Yeah. All right. So here's a quick video.
Is the room where we can all meet.
Hey y'all, my name is Jen Just Right, and I am excited to be able to see the amazing films on tonight.
Matthew Donegan here to support various artists in the Raleigh community.
I am Lillian Thompson, and I'm here to sell some of my coloring books.
I feel like there's so many genuine connections that are happening.
I joined the film festival because I want a chance to meet some folks who are also excited to collaborate.
You know, it's a mixed bag. You get whatever, and everybody brings something great to the table.
Awesome. So, there we go.
There we go.
So,
Art
that was just a glimpse of the Arts Festival from last year.
Yeah.
And so you guys are rolling with this. This is now the 12th.
Yes, we are on our 12th year.
Super dope.
I also want to shout out the, I'll say production company, Basement to Balcony Productions, Kim Branson, who shot that amazing video. He's actually one of our festival sponsors this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're on our 12th year. We're excited for this 3-day celebration to bring the community and the arts together, especially celebration of filmmakers and film local and abroad. And yeah, it's an exciting time, busy time. They're very exciting.
So is 3 days, are the days themed, or just how does each day work?
So Friday is our opening celebration where we have our DJ Damu, who will be curating the sound. We'll have food and refreshments for attendees. Spoken word performances by the Detour Slam team on Friday night, and a keynote speaker, Nick Neptune, will be joining us.
Dope.
And our host is Jennifer Bryant. And it's just a night to just bring in the festival in a nice way and celebrate the rest of the happenings for the film screenings.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how many submissions do you guys typically get?
So it could range from, so last year was like around a little over 100. This year we got over 200 submissions and selections that will be screening.
Wow.
Now, how long is that process? So like, when are they submitted, and then when do you pick?
So actually submissions start like August of the year before. So right now you can submit for next year.
Gotcha.
And then they close, I want to say like around the end of June.
Okay.
And then we notify filmmakers around July
Okay.
if they were selected.
Okay. Dope.
And are these films of all genres?
Yeah, so we have a bunch of more short films this year that we selected, and the genres are like, it varies. We have a lot of high school filmmakers that submit.
That's dope.
We're, I believe, I want to say, please correct me if I'm wrong, team. We are the largest high school film festival in Raleigh.
Okay. Dope.
If I'm not sure about North Carolina, but Raleigh for sure. And we have documentary films, music videos, best trailer, things like that. And it's definitely a range of genres that have been submitted.
That is so awesome.
So can I ask you a question about just Kim and I do this thing every Tuesday called Blockbusters, where we've watched some type of movie or some type of film and we rate it. How are you feeling about just movies right now in general that are in the theaters? Because we are not happy with a lot of what we're seeing. Some of the films that I've watched, they seem rushed. Like you got a good story and then all of a sudden ending. You're like you say, we didn't develop any characters
there
here.
was
It's
no
just,
character development.
so how do you feel about film right now on the big screen for those big production studios?
I would feel the same way. I feel like something has happened where there was a phase out of creativity, I would say.
Yes.
Like, even when you said with the stories, it could be the acting is bad. Maybe they had a possibility with having a good story, but they didn't get the right actors, or it wasn't shot right, or they there's so many elements and layers to storytelling, which what filmmaking is. And I'm just hoping that as we move along in the future that there's some stars that kind of shine through, if you will. I saw a friend of mine sent me a film by Ryan Coogler.
What is it? Not Sinister, but Sinners.
Yes.
Yeah, with
Sinners,
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's, I believe, an original script, and the trailer looks great.
Insane,
So
right.
hopefully that inspires not only more of his stories to be in different genres, but better original stories to be shared.
What is something that you're tired of seeing in films? Like, I can give you probably about my top 3 things that I'm tired of, especially in Black cinema. What are some things that you're tired of seeing and you're just wishing that we could just grow past?
That's a long list. Let me think. I would say definitely a project that's rushed. You can clearly see that you didn't take your time. And just my background is in film, so I know that some film projects take like years, longer than 3 years. And so I feel like we're at a time where you don't really need to rush, because your project is your project. Nobody besides who's working with you should know about you working on it. And just be intentional with your stuff. I can say what I want to see more. I want to see more good storytelling, that there's a range. There's not just talking about the stereotypical stuff that we see in our communities. Like, you can create worlds, and there's no limits to what you can do with that power. So be creative, be open to exploring things that you haven't seen, because I think we need more of the stuff we haven't seen, and a lot more inspiration in creating.
Do you feel like, when one thing I rewatched it today was Cat Williams talking about plants, industry plants, because you see these people over and over again and you're not seeing how they developed. It's just one day they're boom. So with the films that you actually get access to, and then films that you've watched, do you see that, hey, there's some great talent that's not getting in these doors? And then if you do see that, what's your advice for them to get into some of these doors so that they can be seen on a larger platform?
I see amazing talent all the time. I want to go back and highlight again the high school film festival, because I was a judge the first year I got involved with the organization. And I will say that was, I won't say the best, very impressive filmmaking for their age. Acting, videography, writing, all of it, like how the soundtrack and music was composed. So
music makes a film.
It really does.
I think that's also what's missing from a lot of these movies. We don't get soundtracks anymore. Like, we don't get the soundtracks where we're looking forward to, like, what was that song we heard in the background? Like, you don't get that anymore.
Or even the buildup. Like, one of the movies that I think their soundtrack is phenomenal, but it doesn't have, like, actual notable artists, is Road to Perdition. The music is so powerful in that movie that whatever's happening in that scene, you immediately feel it. But like, to your point, you just don't get that anymore. So for these high schoolers to be able to know that and then find this music that just fits so perfectly to the scene. That is dope. I commend them. That's what you're not seeing.
No, it's not. Like, it's not.
And I think
those students are in the building. I don't see them.
I think to also add to your question, I don't think it's about trying to get into the rooms. I think it's time to create your room.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to use the tools and resources that you have to create, because we have the internet, and just keep working and put your projects out there, connect with people who are willing to work with you to film and make a project, and just keep sharing. Don't stop creating because you feel like you need to be at a certain level. Like Issa Rae started on YouTube.
Right. And did with her little nappy fro. Like, oh, hey, girl.
So, yeah, at this point, to me, make your own path, because there is just so many more opportunities that new actors, filmmakers, and even writers and producers have that back when the industry was started, they didn't. So network would be also my advice. You never know who you're talking to or who you're in a room with. So just be sure to be willing to talk to people, and that may open doors that you never thought would open.
And so, I'm sorry, we have a comment?
All the way down.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to check out these films if you aren't in the state of North Carolina?
So unfortunately, no. We did one year in 2020 have a virtual film festival because of the pandemic, though. Our film festival is in person.
Okay. So like the high schools that have submitted those, do you guys put out like the information about them so that we can check them out in NC, or?
We share information like a synopsis, the title of the film, and then who the director is. And then you can always reach out to our team and we can provide more information if there's a specific filmmaker you would like to connect with.
Okay. And what are some of the things, like, so are they winning awards or anything, or is it just more so to showcase?
So that's a great question. So on Sunday, after our second half of film screenings, we have our closing celebration and awards. And yes, we give out awards for all the categories that we have. And it's an exciting time because everyone's like anticipating, like, did I win or not?
Right.
Yeah, throughout the weekend.
And so how long do you spend in a day watching these films?
So we actually have an amazing film team that sits and I would say watches hours for weeks of the films once they get submitted and then selects from them.
Cool.
What's some of the judges' criteria for the films that are selected for the festival?
They look at everything. Like when I say that making a film project has elements, so like how is it written? How are the actors? How is it shot? Is the entire project cohesive and compelling enough for me to follow and be engaged with the story?
Unlike From, because that is not cohesive. There is like 9 different storylines, and I'm pissed. Like, because I'm like, for me, the way my mind works, okay, this is our story, right? And then now all of a sudden you give me this, and now I'm over here and I'm in that story, and then now you want to branch off and give me something else from the. Let's get back to why we're even doing this anymore. We're not answering any questions. And we're 3 seasons in. 3 seasons. I'm invested in this show, and I'm still not. I don't have no answers.
No. But then that's even with movies. Like I don't know if you got a chance to see Halle Berry's new movie, Never Let Go.
Oh, see, I don't do scary.
Oh, you don't? Well, girl, it wasn't scary. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it was terrible. Terrible.
Wait.
Terrible.
It's one of those trailers where they try to get you excited to go see
the
it.
trailers were the scariest part. If you saw the trailer, you saw the scariest parts. I'm going to tell you that now. But it introduces a million themes. There's no actual resolution, and there was no character development. And it's one of those movies that after you watch it, you're left to actually try to figure out what it is that you just watched and have your own answers. So like I told, my brother on Tuesday, I don't know if it was about about a mental disorder like schizophrenia, or if it was about faith, or if it was supposed to be about the psychological, thriller sort of. There was 3 different themes, and I don't know which one it is.
You left with more questions.
Girl, I want to reach out to Holly and be like, so can you jump on Zoom? Because what just happened,
Right.
but I'm noticing that's happened a lot with some of these movies where it's just like, well, you figure it out on your own. No, I need you to answer these questions. Like you introduced these themes, you came to us. And then even when you're sitting at the table and you're doing the table read or you're watching, reading the script, y'all all collectively in the room said, this is it. This is genius.
Let's give this to the people.
This needs to go to theaters. People are going to love it.
They're gonna understand, right?
Terrible. So one of my questions that I have for you, without throwing too much shade, what are your thoughts on people who get stuck and don't necessarily listen or try to get the help that they need to improve?
Tyler Perry. Just say it. We run this. It's ours. We ain't got to worry about no syndication or nothing like Tyler Perry. I know you probably see high schoolers that write better than some of the movies that Tyler Perry produces, but I'll let you answer that question.
I think with anything, especially with being a creative, being anybody willing to pursue a craft, you got to be willing to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work with the team because a film is a huge project.
It is.
And you should not be doing it by yourself. You have people who are very talented. To go back to your question about people wanting to get in.
Mm-hmm.
The doors, that's why I say you got to pretty much create the doors, because the doors need to be open, because there are so many talented people who are willing to do the work. And just because they don't know the right person, they're not able to access the room. So I would say the ones who want to be stuck are in the way.
Come on, sis. Come on.
They're in the way because we got to grow. And the only way to make better stories is to be unstuck, to be willing to mold in not only storytelling, but being an artist and being willing to learn from others. I think the person you mentioned,
I'll say his name again, Tyler Perry,
does not have a writer's room. They write on their own.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So that's why we get the same project.
Yeah.
And so like with that too, because I'm a big comedy person, but I find myself enjoying more of the older comedy movies because they're written better, actually. You know what I mean? So when you guys are judging something like comedy, and comedy is so vast, how do you say, now that's a good comedy flick? Like what goes into that? Because you got your dry humor, you got your slapstick, you know what I mean? So what makes a good comedy movie to where you can say, I'll give an award?
Now, I don't select the awards, but I will say, like, as far as being selected, I think it needs to make more than one person judging it. Like, I think our team may have multiple people say, is this funny? Does this make you laugh? Because I think something that's funny is kind of universal, in my opinion. And if nobody's laughing, you definitely know it's not it needs more work. I won't say it's not a comedy. It needs more work.
Right.
So yeah, it's got to make you laugh. It's got to be clever and not to the point where it's like offensive. Like we don't got to be like offensive to be funny. But yeah, I would say definitely have the elements of comedy, which I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know all the elements. Not being a comedian.
Right.
But yeah.
Understood.
On a basic level, be funny.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because there's so many different styles of comedy in comedy movies. That's why I said I like the old stuff. Like when I see the old things by Robert Townsend, you can tell he wrote that. Like Blank Man is super corny and super funny. But it's because somebody took the time to think of a guy who is a complete like misfit nerd, super smart. So he's going to create his own character. Like it was dope. But it didn't do as well in the box office as people thought it should have done. You know what I'm saying? And you had David Alan Grier was in that movie too. He's another person who's hilarious, but didn't do that great. But when you're talking about a comedy movie, it's like, well, what are y'all? Is everything's not raunchy comedy? That's the word I'm looking for. Like,
And
that
then,
ain't it.
to his point, what do you think about projects that might be ahead of their time, where it's just like, this is a really good film, but people aren't going to understand it right now, but maybe several years from now, they're going to go back and be like, that was a good movie. Like, one of our favorite movies is Bamboozled by Spike Lee. During the time it came out, people weren't ready for that. It wasn't
hidden.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that message. And it's still a very relevant message till this day. But it's one of those things that no matter what, you can go back to and still have like think pieces about it and have conversations about it. So what happens when you do have those, those pieces where it's just like, it's so good, but it might not hit the general audience?
I feel like we love them. We're very much a team of artists and creatives, so we get it. We get that uniqueness and we champion it actually. So I feel like even in that vein, that's the type of community we've cultivated with the film festival. So we love a unique story that may not be for the average audience. I think our community would embrace it.
Okay, awesome.
How does one become a part of the team if they're interested or they're watching where they're like, yo, I love this type of work and I want to help? How does somebody become
I know someone right now that would be like, I want to do it. She has a theater background and she like critiques the hell out of movies.
Awesome. Definitely reach out to us via our website, RaleighFilmAndArtFestival.org, or social media. I can drop my email address. You can reach out to me. It's I'm gonna spell my name. Some people get it wrong when I say it. Malkah at RaleighFilmAndArtFestival.org. That's Malkah. And yeah, just reach out to us. We're very open and receptive and loving of people who want to help and support what we're doing, because we do it for the community and we do it for the arts.
So how can TDS be a part?
Oh, yeah. How would y'all like to? Just let me know.
Cool. We'll talk about that off.
Yes.
So then right now, what do you feel as though is like hot? What do you say is like, this is something that we should tune in and watch? Because we do it every Tuesday. So every Tuesday we're talking about something that either somebody suggested or we just found scrolling. So what's something that we should watch?
See, I've been going back
Really?
and watching, like rewatching stuff. Trying to think of the last one. Ooh, The Bear.
Yes, girl. I love The Bear.
Good.
You know what? And I never even watched it.
Please watch it. It's so good.
It's very good. Very good.
That's Leo, right?
No. That's Jeremy Allen White.
Right, from Shameless.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Is that not his name?
No. I'm like.
He doesn't know.
Oh, he's like, that didn't help. Have you seen Shameless?
No.
Another good show.
Okay.
Is it?
It's dysfunctional.
Is it?
But it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big TV movie person.
But I think you would like Shameless because the dad is a drunk and he just doesn't give a damn.
Okay.
And it's hilarious.
Cool.
And they've had so many seasons. I still have to watch it.
Oh,
I
really?
hear it's really good.
Oh,
like, I don't know.
Because some of the latter part, you're just like, it's time for this to end. Because the UK version kept going. We don't have to be the UK version. We can stop telling the story, and then and then Fiona, that whole thing, So the latter part was just like, meh. But the beginning, hilarious.
Okay.
Everybody knows a Frank Gallagher. Everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before we, let you go, because we're talking a lot about the film side, but there's more to this than just the film. So what are the other parts? And then are they also award-winning artistes in this as well?
So we have art implemented this year by way of vendors. So we'll have a plethora of different type of art vendors joining us, as well as makers, crafters, and skincare product vendors mixed in. That is a future goal of ours, to get the visual art side to parallel with the film and have just a huge festival celebrating all of the arts.
Cool.
Painters right now.
I will side note, that definitely reach out to us still, because we have a Black History Month exhibit coming up in February. Awesome. And that is our celebration of artists.
Okay.
that we have.
Do you already
done.
have your venue and everything for that?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
Yeah.
dope. So when does the planning start for this, for the festival, for those who want to be involved or maybe be a vendor or a sponsor?
So our planning typically starts around spring going into summertime, and then the bulk of summertime crossing over into fall, which our festival starts the top of October, Friday through Sunday.
Okay, cool. And did I ask the location? You know, I've been
No.
asking the same question. Where's it going to be located?
So we are going to be located at NC State University Centennial Campus. The building is Engineering Building 3. And for our Saturday screenings, will be located in the Fitz Woolard Hall building.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 locations for Saturday and Sunday. And Friday and Sunday will be in Engineering Building 3.
Dope.
Awesome.
And how your attendance? How many people usually come? Like, is it a big crowd?
We over the festival weekend, we expect like over 2,000
Wow.
attendees.
Awesome.
Dope. Dope.
Yeah. And also, I will note the film screenings for Saturday and Sunday are free to the public.
That is
Okay.
awesome.
So
That's dope.
you just come and enjoy movies all day with your family and friends or yourself, and meet some dope people in the community.
That is awesome.
Sounds good. And so this is the 12th year, and you want to grow it and you want to make it bigger. What are some of the things that, besides the art side, like the film piece, like how are you going to grow that? Like what else can be done, or where else can people fit in to help?
I say support from all kinds is welcomed and appreciated. I feel like it's one of those things that takes a village. So we are very open to anyone who is willing and open to help and learn how we could take the festival, and we are taking the festival to the next level.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then anybody who wants to hit you up, volunteers, could you give the website one more time?
It is Raleigh Film and Art Festival.org.
And then Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram and Facebook is Raleigh Film and Art Festival.
Cool. So make sure you guys are there. We're going to talk about how TDS can be involved as soon as we get y'all off the line. And what we got tomorrow?
Weather, permitting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
If the weather is right, we'll be back. If the weather's not right, because I'm not driving to Durham and the weather's not right.
Because we have a lot to discuss, but we'll discuss it tomorrow. What? No, I meant like.
I was going to say, what I do now? You said that as if I was like, because we got a lot to discuss. This nigga again. I'm like, what I do?
We did have a couple things from entertainment news where people are losing their minds. So
And next week we're gonna have a special announcement.
We're not gonna be on air next week. Oh,
We can put it out.
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
can put it
yeah.
out.
We got a special announcement next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the same. Nigga, what?
Yeah, you'll be
I
gone.
need my break.
Pablo Escobar is gonna be gone again. Ain't you going out of town again next week?
Yeah, I gotta go to Atlanta.
She be tripping.
I keep trying to tell you, I don't
Which,
believe.
by the
I don't
way,
even know.
Obi-
I don't know what she does for real. She says she's a marketing director, but I don't know, man. Every other week.
All right.
God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. And everybody, if you're driving or anything like that, please get home safely. This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Peace. And thank you for coming.
Thank y'all for having me.
Peace. What is that?
And Jay was like,